Top of the morning, top of the morning. Yeah, man. I got to cool it last night, Slim. I had an experience last night that I could only give credit to God for, Slim. It was so real. It blows me, right? It blows me because, like, when God be putting blessings in my lap and in my face, young, I get a little overwhelmed, like I don't deserve it or something. Like, I don't know. It almost become, I've been fighting all my life, young, and I've been struggling all my life. Like, when good things happen to me, I don't really know how to embrace it. It feels funny to me, Slim. And I don't know scary shit like I'm paranoid. It's like, for real, like, wow. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really know how to put it in words, but it's different. It's really different, right? And man, like, I'm a big person. I don't believe anything just happened by coincidence or nothing like that, right? I'm a very adequate person to tell you that things happen part of God's plan and stuff like that, right? Man, I went out yesterday. Let me see. How many spots did I hit? On the average, right? I might hit, you know what I'm saying, 3-4 different restaurants, you know what I'm saying, bars. I ain't gonna say restaurants because it's very rare because I'm by myself. I don't really go hold up nobody's table and shit, right? And have no waiter running around for me and shit. I'm gonna leave a tip, but not that big of a tip to have you running around for one nigga at a table and shit. You hear me? So I go to the bar. I like the bar. I can always get a seat. I ain't gotta wait. You know what I'm saying? And I go post up over that jump. Then I like to talk to the bartender and shit. Fuck it, that's his job. He's standing at the bar. You know what I'm saying? Or her job. So they don't mind a good person who got something on their mind to come kick the bobo with them. So I do little shit like that, right? So I'm trying to think real quick, right? Because I move. I really walk with God, young. And I was having a conversation with some people last night, and they got some spiritual with them, right? But they ain't see or look at things the way I do, right? But they definitely got their own walk, powerful walks, you know what I'm saying? And we had a very intriguing conversation. But what was more impressive, right? Like I said, I'm a good judge of character, right? I pay attention to details and all that good shit, right? I knew when this lady came and sat down, and it was so wild, right? I did some goofy shit I don't never do. I was all in my phone, and as soon as I looked up and made eye contact with her, I just smiled. You hear me? Like a goofy. I ain't even speak at first. I just started smiling and shit. Don't ask me why I started smiling aside that she was attractive and shit. I don't know. She looked like something out of a fucking movie or something. The whole time I'm sitting there, I'm like, as if I know her from somewhere, but I don't. You hear me? I didn't. But it was just, I don't know. It was different, bro. Like, everything about that moment was freaking different as shit. And I ain't want to get the luncheon in that jump, because I have had a few drinks already, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't going to say I was super sauced up and not recognizing what was going on, right? But I ain't want to get the luncheon, like, get to praising God and thanking God that he set this angel beside me, because that's how I was feeling in my hearts of hearts, right? Because when this lady opened up her mouth initially, right, everything was beautiful about her. Like, the way she moved and everything. Like, she a little firecracker, because she ain't all that big, right? She is not all that big, but she definitely she's impactful in every department that she owns. You dig? She owns her whole natural beauty. Yeah, very, very attractive, Slim. And to be honest with you, I was so gone. I think both of us were so gone just off the end of acting, dog, that I have to look back over everything and really break things down. When I say mommy was tight from head to toe and all natural, Slim, and you know what's even more tighter, bruh? Let her tell it. I mean, she is Ethiopian, right? But let her tell it like she like to embrace her African side. So she like, yeah, I grew up African, whoop, 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 and this and blah, 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 right? Shawty don't look African. And that's always a very sexy look to me, right? Because they had painted, growing up, they had painted Africans to look a certain type of way, right? So when I see my true beauties out there from Africa, and oh my God, I done seen some amazing African sisters from head to toe. And I just be looking like, look at the motherland. Yeah, that's how I be feeling when I see them. I love them. I embrace them. When I went to driver school, I was in that jump with all Africans and shit. And I was in that jump so hard with their ass that they started thinking I was African. They said, yeah, you can pass for Nigerian. I was like, oh shit. I got an official stamp from some real Africans, because you know they quick to tell us black people we ain't real African. So I'm like, shit, niggas don't know I got a real pass from the real Africans. You hear me? Yeah. They said, nigga, I could be from Nigeria. Don't get it fucked up out here. They said I'm official. Yeah. So all I know is I'm from Nigeria, you know what I'm saying, with my brothers and sisters. Yeah. But shawty was from Ethiopia and shit, man. And she's just so gorgeous, young. And you know, y'all been rocking with me long enough and know how I feel about women and pretty feet, right? Slam. Natural pretty feet, bruh. When I said something, I said, and you got pretty feet, them Jones little and they pretty as shit. Yeah, man, what if we link? They definitely going in my mouth. I ain't gonna capture you, I'm sucking her toes. But yeah, shawty was just like everything, right? She already had my attention. And she just like me, like she speak her mind, Slim. She just speak her mind. Like, yeah, I ain't even about to give you play for play how shawty was talking, right? Because that was between us. But she cool as shit. She speak her mind. I respect her whole vibe. And then her homegirl pulled up, right? She told me, she was like, yeah, my friend gonna come out, woo, 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 but she could sit on this side and you sit right here. I'm like, all right, cool, boom, boom. Because I was sitting at some distance at first, right? And mommy already made it clear, like, nigga, I'm trying to have a conversation with you. So I said, let me move my dumb ass down, because I ain't got 10-10-220, so we ain't got to have no long distance call. Yeah. So I moved on down there closer to her and shit, sat beside her, and we just kicked the bobo, man. It was love, right? It was so love, because you know some people switch up when they friends come around. Mommy knew how to hold it down. You hear me? She held it down, made us all feel engaged. And of course, you know what I'm saying, friend came in the jump. She was cool and she had to put something on her stomach. I don't know. She been working all day, whatever, right? She a true businesswoman. Lord have mercy. Yes, indeedy. Hey, Slim. One thing about me, right? I'm no hater. And I love to give props where it's due. And I admire whenever I'm in the presence of somebody that know more than I do. That's an honor and a pleasure for me, right? Because now I get to learn. Mommy opened up her mouth. Mommy is a motherfucking female boss. Yeah. Oh yeah, they rich. And look, I know I always telling y'all, right? I know I always tell y'all all the time, right? When I'm out on my little adventures, and I be like, yeah, I be bopping, you know what I'm saying? I be in the rich area. I be chilling with the rich people. Well, last night I got a confirmation. I was talking to a lady that she's a multi-millionaire, her and her husband. Yeah. I was telling them how I like to drive around the rich neighborhoods and look at the mansions, right? And then I said I had the opportunity and the luxury to meet someone that actually live in the gym. The girl that I initially was talking to, she pointed at her friend. She said, that's her. I was sitting there kicking the bobo with a woman that lives in a mansion. Them big ass homes I like to ride around and look at, that's her home. Her husband is a multi-millionaire. He gotta be somebody super serious, because they was like, right now, we not gonna disclose that. So they ain't even want to tell me who her husband was, right? I respect it, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that wasn't the main factor. The main factor was I was chilling with these two elegant women that had something on their freaking mind, Slim, and was giving me some motherfucking law and all that type of shit. Yeah, that shit was tight. I ain't gonna hold you, Bob. That shit was a motherfucking turn on, right? But not even on no goofy shit like, oh, I'm trying to bed these chicks. No, it was on some shit like, nigga, put your big boy drawers on. Tighten the fuck up. You hear me? It's real out here. And, youngin', both of them was attractive as shit. my little boo, she different. I ain't seen nothing, so I ain't seen nothing look like her, so I can't compare her to nobody, right? Trust and believe, she one of a kind. Yeah, exclusive, you hear me? You know I like that authentic shit. Her homegirl, no exaggeration, and I told her, right? And she hit me with a little laugh, and I don't know if that laugh, like if I hit the shit on the nail, or if she hear that all the time, or if she close to them people. But no exaggeration, right? Her homegirl looked like Angela Simmons, and I told her that shit. Neither one of them had makeup on and shit, right? And I'm looking, both of them look like I seen them somewhere before, but I don't know. Both of their asses look familiar. But I told Shawty, I said, youngin, you look like Angela Simmons. And she hit me with the, and little slight little eye roll jump, and then like got back into like what we was discussing and shit, right? We ain't dwell on the jump, and I ain't hang on it and beat the shit down, right? But I know what the fuck I felt, you hear me? Her ass looked like Angela motherfucking Simmons. And then youngin got to talking, breaking shit down. Her husband travel, you know what I'm saying? He be doing whatever their business is, right? He be gone a lot. And she gave me the breakdown, because she like, everybody see that fabulous life and like, oh, you get to live this life and this and this that. But they don't understand the struggles of that. Yes, she's married to a multi-millionaire man, right? But the sacrifice of that, right? Last night, she was out at the bar, you know what I'm saying? Chilling with her homegirl. While she was at the bar chilling with her homegirl, it's an adaptive life that she had to get used to, because, yeah, my man is a multi-millionaire. Yes, I do live a rich life, right? But this shit have to be maintained, so that means work have to be put in and shit. And Shawty even went in depth, like to break down some things that I know she knows some shit, because I know shit, right? So when she got to talking, I just sat there and be quiet, you hear me? And just nodded my head in confirmation, Slim, because she ain't said nothing wrong, Slim. And it's very rare that I could really politic with people that really know something, you know what I'm saying? And after, you know what I'm saying, anybody that knows something, right, know that you do not like being the smartest in the fucking room, young. That shit is uncomfortable, some Bama shit. It just comes with a rack of unnecessary shit. I like to, my famous word, right, and I learned it from prison, is I like to chop it up with people. When I say chop it up, we both could give each other something, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to just give you all the knowledge. I want to be able to receive some shit too, right? Why I like to talk to women all the time? Because life has a balance, right? You need balance in life. Men, a lot of men, right? And I always think of my man who ain't really tapped into their inner self and shit, right? And I like to say, we still on that thug nigga shit, right? Because we was raised that it's soft to be emotional and to be vulnerable and all that type of shit, right? And you gotta govern yourself. You gotta know you, Slim. You dig what I'm saying? Like, I could cry all day and I still beat the shit out you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't about nothing. Yeah. But everybody can't go like that. You know what I'm saying? You might have a nigga get into his emotional side and just be emotional. He loses balance. So you gotta have balance. So I like to talk to women, right? And another reason why I like to talk to women, right, to bring them back, to put them back in their balance, because women have endured so fucking much, right, with the neglect of men because of long history of mental imprisonment that we've been in, right, that we ain't fully shaped because the shit been passed on to us. It's chains that have to be broken, right, that everybody ain't break. So now I look back at some of our old heads, right, and our fathers and shit, right, I know these niggas ain't break the chains, right? We had conversations. It's not their fault. Everybody got their own journey. So I look back and I'm like even when I think about old slavery movies and shit, right? And even when people try to play with my man Kanye, because I brought Kanye up last night, and then Shawty was about to downplay Kanye, and I it wasn't even that type of situation to go into no debate. Like, them women was too elegant for that, for us to even have some fucking debate. So I just let it water, you know what I'm saying, just slide to the side, right? Because I could have definitely defended my man Kanye, and I ain't let her get out on him. You know what I'm saying? I just went ahead and brushed that off to the side. Like, we ain't even about to even go into that, because that's like a whole nother topic for real, for real. Like, I can't half-ass talk to you about nothing. Like, if I'm going to speak my shit, I got to elaborate on my jump. And maybe sometimes I might take the long route, right? Because I'm very expressive of how life been to me. You know what I'm saying? What I gained from this life, what I learned and shit. I'm very expressive, so I can't half-ass no shit, but I could definitely defend Kanye. At the end of the day, young, you gotta look at Kanye, right? On some real nigga level shit, right? Kanye experienced shit. People hear Kanye talk and think Kanye went crazy. Kanye had real interactions where he know that God is real. For real, right? Kanye had a different perspective that, I ain't gonna say a different perspective because everybody had that perspective, right? But he had it on a larger scale. Kanye got to basically Kanye got to see the power of God in multiple ways, right? If you know Kanye's story, before Kanye got famous, Kanye was in a real ass badass car crash. Yeah. The car crash was so bad, young, that they had to do reconstruction surgery on his jaw and shit. Your man Kanye got a fucking plate in his mouth. I think we've been rocking with Kanye so long that a lot of people that's younger, right, don't even really pay attention that Kanye jaw is a fucking tin can for real, for real. I be looking at my man like the Tin Man from the motherfucking what's that joint, the Yellow Brick Road? Yeah, with Dorothy and them. Wizard of Oz. I be looking at my man Kanye like he the Tin Man and shit. Yeah, my man got metal in his mouth and shit, right? And when he came out with that motherfucking song Through the Wire, right? I'm an artist, so I think my excitement and praise that I'm able to give to other people, that should come by way of acknowledging my appreciation for creativity. That was always something as an artist, right? That's what we reward, how creative you got with this shit, because all of our asses can draw. We all know how to draw, you know what I'm saying? If you claim to be an artist, we all know how to draw. We all know how to do what we do, right? But what separates artists is your creativity. So I admire creativity, right? I have a passion and love for creativity, right? So I thought Kanye initial song, Entering Into the Game, Through the Wire, I thought that was like grandmaster geniusness. You did? Kanye almost died. God spared that man life. He was in a real bad car crash where his head got messed up. You know what I'm saying? His jaw, his face all got beat up. And God spared his life, right? And I don't know what Kanye interaction was with God, right? But you got to really take this in and really analyze this situation. Your man had a near-death situation, right? God covered him, saved his life, and pivoted him to the top. Kanye became a celebrity, you know what I'm saying, that the whole entire world got to know, right? And still know. So Kanye go through a lot of things where people don't know either, right? Kanye was close as hell to his mother. With them being out there in that industry, now Kanye top dog and everybody know Kanye. And now everybody know Miss West too, right? Because Miss West popular. Even though she's a professor, you know what I'm saying, out of some college or whatever, right? It's still hard to shake that your son is Kanye West. Let's not forget that you gave him a unique name that ain't nobody else got. So we ain't gonna mistake if they talking about your son or not. So now I guess Mommy West want Do what women do. I don't give a damn how rich a woman is. I don't care what part of the world she live in. None of that shit, right? Women still deal with freaking issues that a man would never, ever in his life totally, fully comprehend and understand. Through my life journey, right, I study everything. I have a thirst for knowledge. I like to look at myself as a cool geek right now. But I have a thirst for knowledge, right? So I study everything, analyze everything, I pay attention to everything, right? I had my life is so weird and complicated, right? And I be trying to be so much, you know what I'm saying, like to keep you on point, to stay with me, right? So I was about to say I had 4 baby mothers and shit, right? But then, you know, some shit that the nigga might not be my kid. I really don't give a fuck about all that shit, right? I'm not no little ass kid, right? Shit happen, it is what it is. Like, I don't get bent out of shape about bitch nigga activities. That's just not me. You know what I'm saying? But anywho, I got my baby mothers, right? But my first, you know what I'm saying, baby mothers, I was young when I had them and shit, right? So alright, so let me put it like this. I ain't have no baby mother that I was around like I was with my daughter mother. My daughter mother was staying with me prior to having the baby and after and shit, right? I mean, we went through our little splits and shit. Cause shorty, like, we ain't never mixed. She was never my junk. We fucked. And then she used to spend her money on me, right? And that's why I think why youngin' ain't never got to be happy out here for real, right? Cause that became her routine and her movement. She'd kick the pussy out to niggas, and then she ended up tricking on niggas and shit. So nobody got to really connect with her, and then in her little tiny head, she was on some whole activity shit, like where she was just on some shit like, oh, I just use niggas type shit. Yeah, shorty was a wild and crazy kid, you hear me? She told me out her mouth, like, one thing about God don't let nobody come around me, Slim, and just be around me, Slim, without them having to expose themselves to me. In all different little ways. And I tell you, like, when I tell you about my life, when I tell you about stories about my life, Slim, sometimes I'm reliving the moment with you. That's how fast my life goes, Slim. I don't even all the time really get to process and comprehend what the fuck I'm getting to experience. And it's a beauty, it's a joy all within itself to have that type of experience, right? But yeah, Youngin got on the platform. She got on the tip that she was just on the tip, like she just out here having fun, I guess. I don't know. Whatever. She felt like love ain't exist. She felt like when nobody gonna take her serious. So she just was on her tip like niggas just wanna fuck. Niggas gonna fuck anything. So she gonna see what she can gain off this shit. So she got in the lane of chasing bread, right? And I ain't gonna fake, right? I gotta take some credit behind that shit, because that's that shit I talk to my female folks, you know? Like, youngin', the reality of the situation is, right? Every chick gonna fuck somebody and every nigga gonna fuck somebody, right? But I always push to my female folks, right? You already, you know what I'm saying, gonna get labeled if you out this junk fucking around, right? That's gonna come with the game. You did? For anybody. But this my whole thing is, right? If you gonna take an L and have your name dragged in these motherfucking streets and degraded and say you's a hoe and all this type of shit, you better gain something from it. That's how I talk to my motherfucking female folks. I ain't play that shit. Hey, You ain't about to be known as no dick eat out here for free. Yeah, you best to get something from that shit. I don't play that dumbass shit, and I don't even want them going like that. Like, I was very serious about that. Don't play with your fucking card, bruh. Do not play. I was like that with my family, period. Don't play with your card, bruh. This your motherfucking resume. This is your life resume, Slim. You did? And everybody can't stand on real nigga time, right? To stand against freaking odds. You feel me? Everybody gangster, everybody talk that tough Tony shit, right? But everybody really not.